Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Singaporean Talks Money. I want to be able to have a casual setup where I can talk about the money problems I have or anything that I want to talk or share with you guys about. So today I want to talk about, will I ever be able to own a property in Singapore? So turning 26 years old this year means many of my friends who have a partner and are planning to get married have applied for BTOs, and most of them have successfully gotten a unit, or if not, they have opted for a resale property. So for me, being single means that I will need to wait till I'm 35 years old to get a resale property, unless I'm going to get a private property. So I have all my life stayed in a HDB flat, so what I want to get is definitely a HDB flat in the future. And because condos or private properties, they usually have maintenance fees, which is sort of a recurring extra cost. Hence, it doesn't really appeal to me. So for me, I definitely am looking for places that are around my area. And as I'm currently single, let's just assume that I'm going to buy a resale flat when I turn 35 years old. So my understanding so far. So I know currently that there are two kinds of loans that you can get in Singapore. The first is the HDB loan, which typically means you will use your CPF funds, to pay for your property. While there is also a bank loan where it will be borrowing money from the bank, and it will be based on a fixed or floating interest rate. So HDB has this mortgage calculator that I came across, and I think it's really a good gauge to use. So let me show you as I show you the factors that they assess on. So firstly, when you go into it, the most important thing is that you have to indicate whether your purchase is a new flat or a resale flat. What household are you, single or family? The flat type. For me, I have chosen a 4-room resale property, which is valued at about $660,000, and the remaining lease is about 90 plus years. So I fill up the required information, including I'm wanting to take a loan. So what is a bit imaginative over here is my monthly income and my monthly financial commitments, because I'm required to put this in. But I definitely hope that if I'm by 35 years old, my pay will either be this or even higher if possible. So then they will calculate, you also actually need to fill in your CPF amount and also your cash savings, which for me is also indicative because I still do not know what will my amount be when I'm 35 years old. So for me, when I put in all the required details, if I were to take a HDB loan, it will be an estimated loan amount of $363,700. So as in the estimated monthly repayment will be $1,650, which means that if you see the values over here, you can see that we are comparing between 1,650 and 1,300 per month, because for the bank loan there is a lesser loan amount, meaning that you have to pay a larger down payment. So for me, property has always been something that I would like to get in the future. And recently, by watching YouTube videos or just surfing the net, I've been seeing many ads for property investing. When I surveyed the net, it seems to really be like a property boom. Partly I would feel is due to the low interest rate, and also because everyone has been saving lots from not traveling. I'm not so sure, but there has been so many private property projects like Midtown Modern, Well Hill Residences, and so on. And it seems like there are so many people who are just snapping up this property by the seconds. So definitely I do have worries and anxiety on my future outlook. With many of my peers getting a BTO, which definitely will be of a lower price than resale, it means that 9 years from now, when I'm 35 years old, the prices that I'm looking at will most likely not be the same. And this kind of worries me in the long term when I compare my salary and property prices on top of my living expenses. So definitely anxiety starts when you think about conditions that you're not in control of. Constant overthinking do give me more stress as I go along. I try not to think about it because it's not something that I can control, and instead to work on my present where there are things that I have control over. So definitely today is more of just a casual chat on how property prices in Singapore has really gone up. I wasn't expecting a 4-room property to really hit above $500,000 in Singapore. And yeah, I think it's a good reflection point just to assess on where I am now and how much I need to work on to make sure that I'm able to afford the property when I turn to 35 years old. So I hope you guys enjoy this type of format. Definitely I know that I'll need to work a lot on editing and also my speech, but I hope you guys enjoy the video so far. Do give a thumbs up and subscribe to my video. Thank you.